now, for someone who's watching, let me just fit in for them. Did you study film while in campus? What did you study?
No, I'm self-taught.
Oh, you taught yourself how to make
Yeah,
films?
from the School of YouTube.
So you majored in?
Statistics is my profession.
What?
Yeah.
Those are two oh my God. So from the time you joined till now, how much growth can you say that you've acquired?
It's actually a lot. It's been around 7-8 years since I started teaching myself film. It was in 2018 before I made my first film in 2019. It took a lot of time. I entered into the film industry through the angle of editing. So I was curious to know how films are edited. So that's after watching this film called X-Men, Days of the Future Past. Then I was like, hey, this film has VFX and stuff. It has some maybe stunts, fight choreographies and stuff. So I was like, how do these people edit? Then I now started learning softwares. Like I started with this software called Filmora Wondershare. Then I went to Final Cut, then to Premiere Pro, which is the standard.
Okay. And now just to ask, what inspires you choosing a particular story to tell or a particular project to focus on?
Funny enough, most of my stories are inspired by my dreams. So when I dream at night and I wake up maybe nizinduke, I write down my dream. Then when I wake up, I now develop it into a full story.
Okay, so you use your dreams to
it's
tell your stories.
Exactly.
So ukilala leo ukiona horror, that is the story you'll be doing.
Nitaamka niandike.
Unaona ni comedy, ulikuwa unapiga comedy mbaya.
Yeah.
That is what you will be doing.
Yeah.
And now, when you were growing up, when someone was asking you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Did you know that you wanted to be a film producer, a film director?
Actually, I wanted to be an engineer, a microprocessor technology engineer.
Now you dreamt again of being an engineer.
Yes, I discovered my passion or my interest in film when I was in my second year in campus.
Okay. And now, do you collaborate? Do you have collaborations with people? How do you manage that?
Of course. Film is a collaborative process. It's hard to do it on your own, although it's possible, but when you do it on your own, you have to have maybe the camera operator, the gaffer, you have the assistant director, the director, the producer, line producer, and so many crew members and casts. Yeah. So since film is a collaborative process, we have to learn to collaborate. Yeah. So I normally collaborate. Even for this Matahari, it's actually a collaboration between two companies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I know that film has a lot of cost that comes with it, because I remember even Jugush saying that it comes with a lot. People just see film, people acting, but they don't know the money that comes in or someone investing. We have films like Undercover that they shot in 2020 when we had Corona, and like right now it's when it's airing. So how do you manage those costs? You have your crew, you must pay your crew, you must have a set, you've said that when it rains, you must come back again.
Yes.
So this is another day you're incurring, So how do you manage those costs?
Now, since I'm an independent film producer and I don't depend on those commissioning monies from maybe studios, networks, or investors, sponsors, I normally fund my films through crowdfunding. There are many websites like there is one called Mchanga, there is Patreon, and many others. So normally you can find me online asking or borrowing, requesting for your money to make a film.
Oh,
yeah.
So there's a difference between an independent, producer and a dependent producer.
Yes.
So if I'm doing under a company, I must align with the company's, rules and regulations. If they want it to be aired 5 years later, that is when it will be aired. Oh, so that is one of the factors that inspired you to be independent.
Exactly.
And what are some of the other factors that inspired you to?
Independent producers, they can do film anytime. But for dependent producers, they take a lot of time doing things we call pitch decks. Those are normally proposal documents. You have to propose to the studios, investors, networks, and if they deny you the money, you cannot make that film. But for independent producers, you can just crowdfund or fund from your own pocket and make your own film.
Wow.
Also, when it comes to distribution, there are a lot of rules when it comes to dependent producers. Yeah.
Okay, that is nice. And now, do you have any challenges that you faced through, your journey? The ones that you faced earlier when you were starting, and right now they're not that of a challenge. And right now, when you're growing bigger, the more bigger the challenges are. So what are those challenges that you feel like these are not like the stepstone challenges that I had that time, and these are now the stones that I have to step on?
There are lots. There are a lot. Film is actually a difficult process. One of the challenges is money, of course, as you've said, to fund a project. You have to cut down, you have to make a budget and try to trim it down to where you can afford. Also, another challenge is finding like-minded people who understand or who believe in your dream. You see, some people might not believe in your dream, so it's actually hard to work with them, you see. But when you find those people now who believe in your dream, that's when you can grow. And it takes a lot of time. Okay. Another challenge is now I'm juggling between two careers. I have statistics and now film. So it's hard to totally switch from my professional career to film only until when I'm stable. Stable enough, you see.
Yeah, true.
That's another challenge.
Now, just to ask, because you've said that you have two careers at hand, which one do you feel it will come a time where you feel like, no, statistics, you just stay. I'm not with you. But it will come a time where you feel like, film, no, let me go to my professional career, which I studied.
I think I prefer doing something that I love rather than doing something that I'm there by, let's say, by circumstances. You see, yeah. Okay. So I prefer film.
So KUPS ilikufanya ile kitu.
Yeah.
In short. So remember, to you, our listener, whoever is watching us, remember you can converse with us on all social platforms at Campus Connect, because this is Tea Time with Anastasia Kiragu, and see you after this short break.